Hey, it's Jamie, and today we're rehashing Job 29 to 33. Finally today, a voice of reason. Elihu. I love that name. Elihu. Anyways, he's a friend of Job, and he's oddly not mentioned earlier when the other three buddies were first introduced in the book of Job, and he's not mentioned at the end when God tells the other three to ask Job to pray for them. However, in today's passage, we're told that Elihu was very angry with Job for justifying himself rather than God, and he was angry with the other three friends because they condemned poor Job and said it was his fault. Now, I want to consider what Elihu had to say for today's lesson. He acknowledges that it was right that he wait and listen while the others, his elders, spoke. But now that they have had their say and failed to prove Job wrong, Elihu now has... I won't say it like that again, I promise. Elihu now has something to say. In his speech, he makes two statements which show greater wisdom than anything said by Job's older and other friends. Elihu declares that he's no better than Job. I'm no better than you, he says. He's as much of a flawed, limited mortal as Job is. That's the same with every single Christian. If we're all just flawed, limited mortals, then how dare we compare ourselves to others, or each other, or judge, or think we're better or less than anyone else? How maddening this secular trait is, and how badly it affects our psyche, my goodness. Comparison is such a silent killer. It really is. It can affect our mood, our mental health, what we eat, who we hang around. I love Elihu's first statement to Job. He says, I'm just as flawed as you. I love that. Let's look at his second point. Here, Elihu challenges Job. He challenges Job's complaint that God does not respond when mortals cry out to him. Elihu contends that God does indeed speak to us, but we all too often fail to hear what he has to say or when he does speak because we don't want to hear it. Elihu makes the claim that God's apparent silence is our fault for not listening, not God's fault for failing to speak. This should remind us all of the still, small voice with which God spoke to Elijah way back when. Maybe sometimes he speaks to us just as softly. Our minds get so loud and so busy sometimes we forget to be still and listen. And maybe, just maybe, you'll hear your answers in the silence. For tomorrow, take a look at Job 34 to 37 if you want to read ahead. I hope you have a blessed day. Please comment and like this video in order to spread the word. And don't forget to say your prayers. Hello! I love it. I don't know why. This is the Bible in a Year theme song.